saw the montage. Fascinating stuff. Thanks for sticking. Thanks for sticking and staying with us, and welcome back to Sunrise. It's all about art. I'm flabbergasted by the different
This is normally my thing. What are you doing?
You will see. It's all about art and advocacy with Blaqmango Consultants since 2017. They've been supporting artists at all levels, and now they're ready to showcase their latest exhibition, Touching the Waters, Embracing Our Land, where 3 emerging artists will use their art to tackle pressing environmental issues. Blaqmango Consultant, I wish you could see the spelling of the name, B-L-A-Q-M-A-N-G-O. Katrina Coombs and Winston Campbell joined us to tell us all about Blaqmango Consultants and Touching the Waters. Welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good morning.
That's right.
Guys, if we didn't meet in the brief, but hello again.
I use a pink shirt, so I like it, yes.
I love it. I'm curious to know what exactly, like for somebody who is watching now for the first time, what exactly is Touching the Waters and Embracing Our Land project about?
So the word is the environment, and we're talking about our seas, our rivers, and our mountains, all areas of just the lived spaces, as well as just the natural spaces. So the artists in this project, they are looking at different aspects of just how we interface with the environment, what are some of the challenges that we have in terms of maintaining, sustaining, responding to challenges in terms of degradation and so forth. So that is what Touching the Waters is about. It's allowing us to look at the environment and look at environmental issues from another perspective. That is the artistic perspective.
You know, I want to know, I mean, is there, because I'm seeing different things here, and I'm wondering, looking, and I'm seeing different images, different designs. Is there a central theme to the exhibition?
So for each of the artists, they're pretty much looking on a different area of it. We have Donnery Greaves, who's looking on the water aspect, the sea, and the pollution related to that. We have Amoy Smith, who is looking on sustainability or natural fibers, using the fibers that she can create here in Jamaica, as well as our natural resources that can be used for dyeing process, such as the turmeric. And then we have Casey and Blake, who is looking on our flora and fauna, our indigenous flora and fauna, and creating imagery and works just to show the appreciation for what is actually ours.
So our central theme is the environment.
It is the environment.
But it's also shedding light on various environmental issues, correct? So why is this so important?
It is important because we often overlook that which we have. For this project, for example, we took each artist to a different location, Hollywell, for example, and have them engage with the environment. We did tours, and we got information that was sort of unique, but at the same time, it's accessible to all of us if we just, you know, go and ask. Similarly, we went to the Ocherius Marina and also visited the White River Fish Sanctuary and got information on the corals and just how global warming is impacting corals and all of these little things. So we literally just looked around, and the artists on these tours, they gathered information, and what we're seeing is a response to that information.
Speaking of the artists, tell us about, shed some light on the pieces. Who are the artists involved, and what are the pieces that are on display? Come on, Katrina.
All right, so we have Amoy Smith. Her piece here, she's looking on sustainability versus our synthetic and natural fibers. So there's a mixture of acrylic yarns in here, but also our sisal or cotton fibers. She actually spins them from the natural cotton. She weaves her materials. She plays with dyeing with coffee, turmeric to get her yellows, her browns, and just plain and just us, how do we engage with that material? We have Casey over here where she's looking on the different mosses. She's looking on the old man's beard and all of those things, the textures that we normally just walk past and not really engage with.
Old man's beard?
Old man's beard, yes. So it's actually an area. Right? And then we have Donnery Greaves, who she's actually looking on the sea, the heart of the sea. If you look closely on this piece, is actually forming out that of the heart with the corals. She's looking on how even with the turtles, there's some mistake. Sometimes they'll mistake the
Microplastics.
Right,
for
that's so
what they eat. As well as even with the coral bleaching, something that's very significant. Last year we had a major impact on coral bleaching out in the sea where we almost lost a lot of our corals. So they know all of those restorative aspects. So it is the sea or relation to it, it is the flora or relation to the flora, but also our sustainability. How can we use our natural resources to do things that we perhaps now be using a lot of synthetic materials?
Okay.
And what are our resources here in Jamaica?
So how does Blaqmango come together with artists to collaborate and fund a project like this?
So our activities over the years are funded in a number of different ways. In fact, when we just started out, a lot of our projects were financed by us, meaning out of pocket. But with time, we've seen opportunities, we've seen grants, and we have applied for a lot of them. We've been turned down for a lot of them, but we've also been successful with some of them. And because we are an artist-centered initiative, once we see opportunities, we think of the artists that we're familiar with, and we bring them together to say, hey, there's a grant, and it's about this, your work is about a similar sort of interest. Would you like to be a part of it?
Understood.
Tell us again where and when is the exhibition before. I want to record that, and for the viewers who are watching who are intrigued by touching the waters.
So the exhibition is going to be at Creative Space, 68 Law Street, downtown Kingston. It will be opening this Sunday, the 13th of October at 1 p.m. We will also be having some talks by our guest speaker, Patrina Dakers and
Jaden Law, who is a conservationist.
Yes, marine biologist. The project is also funded by
Caribbean
Culture Fund. So they have really jumped on and supported us with this.
Okay, wonderful. And the whole family can come. I imagine
whole
this is a
family
really
can
important
come.
conversation to be started with our entire family and with our country. Our whole world needs this conversation. So nice to see it so beautifully displayed in art. And we were talking earlier that these are actually wall hangings, correct?
Yes. They're all wall
Would
hangings.
people be able to purchase these pieces?
Well, absolutely, they are for sale.
Okay,
you know,
just making
so
sure that everybody
persons can get them.
be aware that they can. IT,
I'm happy that
see
you
you're
said
very
wall
interested.
pieces, because when I saw this first, honestly, I thought it was something I would put on the ground.
Yeah, because of maybe the type of textiles that you're seeing there, as well.
And that's the normal
Fascinating.
misconception of even with just textiles, and it's one of the things that we aim to break, whereas normally we see it's
On the
mats
ground.
or it's the garments that we wear, but then there is so much more that can happen with this medium.
Absolutely.
It's an absolutely unique and intriguing way to deal with the whole idea of environmental issues through art. I like it.
Yeah, awesome. Very important work, and thank you for putting this all together for us this morning for us to have a look. And yeah, I hope lots of people come out to the exhibition and support it.
We're going to
All right, yes, we are
will
going.
try to.
I want this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Katrina Coombs and Winston C. Campbell representing for the Touching the Waters exhibition, embracing our land art exhibition. We take another break, and there's more sunrise after this.
Indeed.
Stick and stay.